brace yourself and prepare the best you can, man. Sometimes it just sneak up on you and nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, you know what? And if you just look out the window, it don't look as cold. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it is.
Brace yourself and prepare the best you can, man. Sometimes it sneak up on you and nothing you can do about it.
That's right. Yeah, you know what? And you just look out the window. Yeah. All right. So we have started recording. I'm recording it to YouTube, but I'm not making it public. So, you know, I will share the link with you guys. So if you ever want to go back and review it. Hey, Ronald. Turn your mic on.
Hey.
Hey, there you go. What's up? What's up?
All right.
All right. Good to see you.
Good to be seen.
Yeah, so you I don't know what you guys see because I'm looking at it from my computer. Do you see what do you see, Ronald? How many people you see?
Let me see. Let me go to that part.
Well, we had Brian, but I think we just lost him. Yeah, we just lost him.
3.
Yeah, it's 3.
Clarence and Kareem.
Yep, that's it. Yeah.
I know Tony getting on because he just told me he was preparing some not too long ago. So I know he's getting on.
Yeah, let's see. He called Kareem. I'm not sure what that was about. But... All right. So Brian is back with us. What happened, Brian? We lost you. Your phone cut off? All right. You with us, Brian? No, okay. Well, if you don't mind, let's see if we can get just a few more people on before we get started. We really need to hear from we really need our secretary on board so we can do the minutes. Let me see, I made some notes. Maybe if you don't come on, maybe I'll do my notes. All right, I'm gonna share some. All right, you seeing that? Are you seeing the BJS&A Family Trust Agenda?
I see it.
Okay, cool. Just checking. All right. There's Canaan. We'll give him a second to check in. Hey, Canaan. Hey, Canaan.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Did you have that much hair on your face the last time I saw you?
I mean,
yeah.
it's probably it's probably a little different, but same design.
Yeah, it's a good look for you. I just don't remember being so thick, but that's a good look.
Yeah, I haven't trimmed it in a couple of weeks, so yeah, same. Yeah.
Cool. How's your day?
Pretty good. How yours?
Good. I'm good. We got 5 people. You know, if our secretary was on, I would go ahead and get started because he has the minutes, and I guess we don't really have to go by the minutes. I'm going to share the agenda so we can keep track of where we are. All right. Well, I tell you what, and just so everybody knows, I'm recording this on YouTube. I think I finally got it worked out. I thought I had done that last time, but something I messed up. I think I got it right this time. And after this, I'll be able to share the link with you. So if you want to see it, you can. Let me see. Rona's coming in. Everybody look and see if you see somewhere.
Take your sandwich, you got no space.
Let me see. Hey, Rona.
Need a pillow here.
How you doing?
Your mic is off, Rona. Kanan, I'm gonna make you a co-host, which means when people come in, you should see a little sign that says admit to let people in.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Rona, how you doing? How's your week been?
Oh, it's been busy, but you know.
Well, listen, I know you out there doing it. So I listen.
Yeah.
That's how you roll, right? I say that's how you roll.
Yep. Yeah. Rolling with no brakes.
I like that. I like that. All right, let me show you. All right, here we are. We're on our agenda, and it is now 2:10, and I'm going to call this meeting to order. All right, my screen has changed, so some things that I thought that used to be where they are no longer there. But oh, there we go. All right, so we will dispense with the reading and the approval of the minutes. At this point, we have to wait for our secretary to get on. So, all right, so the next thing that on our agenda is old business. So I want to review we did this last week, but I just want to review again why the frequency of our meetings. We made a decision that we're going to meet with the family, just a family get together, no business, no nothing, just a family get together, the first Saturday of every other month. So we need our minutes to decide to see if we decided that we would start that in April or May, but I think, now I'm going to wait till we get our minutes. All right. So every other month on the first Saturday, because summer is coming up, people are busy, that kind of stuff. And so we don't want to, impose on people's time. And then every third Saturday will be our family trust meeting over Zoom. So that meeting is once a month, and then the family meeting is the gathering is every other month. We had a wonderful time was it last Saturday or Saturday before last at cousin Rodney's house, man, and he just laid it out. He catered that thing like it was I'm not going to even say that, but he said he catered it really well.
Okay.
He left with lots of food. Amen. And I think I had dinner for a couple weeks. Katie, can you see Tony trying to get in?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just let him in. Good, that way that frees me up. All right.
Wow.
We talked about the frequency of our meetings. I want to recap why we decided to use Robert's Rule of Order, because I heard kind of through the grapevine that some people thought, oh, I didn't think it was going to be this involved, this complicated. But the reason we want to use Robert's Rules of Order is because that determines how we move in our meetings, and it gives everybody an equal voice. So just because I am President pro tem until we have elections, I don't have any more say-so than anybody else. Robert's Rules of Order gives us equal voice. You get a chance to, if you don't like something, you can say it. If you think we've been talking enough, let's go for a vote, you can motion it. If you think we're spending too much time on it, you can motion that we table it. You can motion that we adjourn, that kind of stuff, all right? So that's why we want to do Robert's Rules of Order. And my nephew Kareem has volunteered to be our parliamentarian and Sergeant at Arms. So he will try to keep order in our meeting. I don't think we'll have a problem with that. We not that kind of people. You know what I'm saying? we ain't rowdy like that. Thank God.
Right.
I can't think of nobody in our family that's like that. Thank God. You
Thank
don't know
God.
what a blessing that is. Amen. All right. So we talked about our proof of membership. We have started paying our dues, and our dues structure is $80 a year for adults who are not in college, right? That's $20 a quarter, due payable on the first Saturday of every new quarter. So we are already in the first quarter. Second quarter will begin April 1st. All right. College students, and I think we said adults who are in college, doing higher education, yours is 10, and then those high school, I think was 5. Anyway, our secretary will be able to clear that up. But anyway, this call goes out to everybody, but not everybody wants to participate, and that's okay. We understand that. But if you do want to participate and be a part of this, but then we want you to paying your dues is your proof of, yes, I want to be a part of this. All right. All right. Let's see where we are on our agenda.
Was it sent out to where we're sending it to? I know we've broached it before, but did we include is it a cash app? Like where are we sending it through? What type of
avenue? Yes, it's Zelle, and it's going to BJS&AFT, that's BJS and Associates Family Trust at Gmail. If you send it there, it automatically goes into the right account.
Okay.
Right? That is BJSAFT at gmail.com.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, yes, sir. You're more than welcome. All right. So we have done that. You've done that. We've done that. We'll start on with the reports. We're going to Nick's Hospitality Committee and wait and use that for the end. Our membership committee is not here, and I'll do the bylaws because that's what I was working on. I sent everybody a copy of the proposed bylaws. Did anybody get a chance to look at them? Does anybody have any suggestions?
Sorry about that. Did you email those to us?
I did. Yes, sir, I did. How you doing, Tony?
Hey, family. How y'all doing? All right. Well, I have to look at my email to see them. They'll be coming from Playblay or BJS.
Well, it doesn't matter. It comes to you no matter where I send it from.
Okay.
I'm not being smart about it. I'm just saying.
Look it up.
Yeah, no matter where I send it from, it's going to come to your email account. All right. So do me a favor, y'all, just look over them. I've been pretty thorough. I've covered as much as I think we need to, make sure that we are legal. And if you have some suggestions, then, make sure you make those, let me know so we can make the correction so that we can bring it before the body to vote it in, to make it official. All right? Cool. We are down to new business, which should have been election of officers, but we cannot, we have an election committee who has to offer us a slate of candidates, those who want to be elected. Our hospitality committee person is not here yet. So I tell you what, let's, let me see, I had a thought. Listen, y'all, don't get old, because you have a thought, and if you don't hit on it right away, it will run away. There's a kind of a recap. I really wish we had our minutes before us, but hey, Brother Rodney, you there? I see you joined us. I don't know if you connected yet. No, we'll give him a minute. But based on our last minute, again, Rodney, because I'm pretty sure you can hear me even if you can't talk. We issued a really a sincere round of thanks for how you just set it out. You made your house available, beautiful house, and you catered well and everybody left with food. I think I ate a couple days, didn't have to cook dinner. And just thank you for that. We appreciate you. You there yet? You in yet? Well, I know you. Go ahead. Who is that? Kareem?
Kareem. I didn't want to speak out of turn. However, I haven't tried. I mean, I don't do it every day, but I just tried to recheck my email again, and I'm not seeing that I'm necessarily been getting the emails.
Okay. All right.
I know we spoke briefly and confirmed my email, but I don't want to take up the time now, and I'll speak with you after to see who's been sending out the emails, whether it's you or Kamari.
Well, we both have, but what I would have sent you was I sent you the agenda. Did anybody get the agenda for today?
From the Clay, I know you said it wouldn't have mattered, but I don't see it from either. And I've typed in Clay Blade, BJS&A just to try and get hits in my email.
Yeah, but it could be. I recently switched over to Comcast for my internet service, and it's been spotty. One of the worst decisions I made in a while. So, but I will make sure you get those again. But I just wanted to double check and see real quick, make sure I have your correct email address.
Okay.
All right. So, all right, let's do a search and we'll do KHARE. All right, so Kareem, I have for you Kareem.Slayton@Facebook.com and Slayton Kareem@Yahoo.com.
Only the Slayton Kareem@Yahoo.com am I aware of. Anything going through Facebook probably isn't a good avenue, but I'm not seeing anything in my Slayton Kareem.
All right, and am I to assume that nobody's talking, but nobody else got the minutes from me or the agenda?
I got it.
You got it. What did you get, Kana?
Let's see.
Bylaws and agenda. That's really what all I sent out.
Bylaw.
Your agenda for BJS&A FT.
Okay, so you got the agenda. Did you happen to receive the bylaws? It's not really that important. I'm just trying to make sure that my service is working because I sent them out, but that don't mean it necessarily got to you.
It's two different emails?
Yes.
Oh.
The bylaws I would have sent maybe a month ago.
Oh, a month ago? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Let me see.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, we'll move on.
Okay.
You got it?
No, I'm just saying, I'm with you on that. I didn't want to take up too much time, but I just wanted to kind of mention it because I know that's happened before, possibly on my end.
Yeah, well, it's happened to me quite a lot. I know, especially around the holidays, like when I send out texts, like Merry Christmas or whatever. It seems like it took 2 days for people to get them. You know what I mean? So I was thinking, wow, we messed up, but it wasn't me. It was at that time I was with T-Mobile.
Okay.
Now I'm with Comcast, and I'm still getting less than stellar service. Anyway, that's the way it is. All right. All right. So Rona is in the waiting room. Oh, no, she's not. She was. Okay.
Yeah, I see her listed on here twice.
Rona, are you in twice, Rona?
The other one just went away.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you call in on 2 different phones, you can be in the same meeting twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I had another call that came through that I had to take, and when I went to switch back over, it said I disconnected, so that's why I called back in.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. Here's the deal. Here's kind of a recap of what happened in our last meeting. Rodney volunteered to head our Ways and Means Committee, and he even had an idea for something we could be doing this summer. So I'm going to ask him to speak about that. But before he does that, I just also wanted to, Rodney sent me a message saying he can't get any audio. There's nothing we can do on this end, Rodney. That's all on your end.
It doesn't show a microphone next to him. It just shows the camera option for some reason.
So he may not have chose to dial in or use his cellular. One of the two he has to choose.
Maybe he needs to go out and come back in.
It'll give him the prompt.
He did already.
Yeah, but I think he's done it a couple times, I think.
Yeah.
But we'll hear from him whenever we can get him connected. Also, Rona volunteered to work on the Ways and Means Committee and also work on the Trust Committee. Am I right, Rona? I don't have minutes before me.
Sure, I
think. That look on your face.
Okay.
But I'm not making it up.
No, you're not making. I'm sure. I knew I was on one committee, but that's fine. I can do. I did do two. I remember now. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
All right. Hey, Brittany, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Sorry, I'm driving, so that's
all right. We understand totally. I'm just glad you're here. Good to see you. Good to hear you.
You too.
All right. So, I don't know if Rodney's not here. Well, he's in again, but there's something.
Yes, I think he needs to, as Kareem said, hit that button where it says use cellular data or Wi-Fi. I think that's how he get his microphone.
Yeah. I don't know how to get to him to tell him that, because if he's not hearing us, well, it says connecting to audio now. Maybe he's figured it out.
It could be still having that prompt. Let me see if I can send him a direct chat.
All right. That would be great. Thank you. All right, Brittany, let me kind of bring you up to speed to where we are, what we're trying to do.
Okay.
We have decided that we wanted to build a family trust. It originally started out, the way I enticed people to kind of join in was, I said that we wanted to start a family bank. We still want to do that. Also, we want to start building generational wealth that maybe somebody like me, I may not ever take advantage of it, right? Because of my age and the length of time it takes to get things like that rolling. But what I also said during our very first meeting is we've been trying to do this for like 40 some odd years. And what if we had stuck with it and we were 40 years down the road, right? We'd have money where, our members could borrow without having to go through credit checks. And one of the main reasons, I'm not saying this is the only way, but one of the main ways to do that is to invest in what they call indexed universal life insurance policies, where, and I think once you buy a policy, and after it's been in effect so many years, that depends on which company you use, you can actually borrow your own money, right? And that way you don't have to pay taxes on it. You don't have to go through a credit check. You don't have to go through a bank. So one of the things that we want to do is we want to build generational wealth so that we can fund our own ideas and business, because we've got some people on here, including yourself, who are out there doing it, business wise. And we want to enable us as a family to be able to do that. So for example, if I came up with this idea that I think this will work, I just need some funding to get it started. Rather than have to go somewhere else, I would come to us as a family trust. And we would borrow our own money, right?
Got it.
So there are other ways that we can put money in, but this is not a overnight get rich quick scheme.
Right.
This is something that's going to take time and energy and commitment to do. So that's what we're doing. We just decided, let's stop talking about it. Let's be about it. Let's do it. And that's
Okay,
what
I'm
we're
in for that.
All right. So what we're doing, what we've accomplished so far is we don't even have officers yet. I'm working as president pro tem because we haven't had a chance to have an election yet. And I guarantee you that on our next meeting, which will be, this meeting is every third Saturday. Every first Saturday of every other month, we come together for our family chat and chew, right? And we had first decided we would do that and do our family trust business meeting at the same time, but I guess people weren't excited about that. So every other first Saturday is our family chat and chew come together. All right.
Okay, got it.
And then every third Saturday, without fail, every third Saturday is our family trust meeting. So that's how we're telling the difference between them. This is our family trust meeting. All right. So, and that's pretty much where we are. We have bylaw. We've come up with bylaws, but we need to present them so that people can vote on them, because we need to have officers. We need to figure out how we're going to do things, how we're going to run. And we did decide that we're going to use Robert's Rules of Order as our way of keeping order for our meetings. And one of the good things about Robert's Rules of Order, it gives everybody an equal voice. So, you know, nobody with more seniority or holding an office is more important than anybody else. We're all on equal footing, right? All right. Now, Rodney, you got in finally. How you doing? Turn your mic on, Rodney. You got to turn your mic on. Look toward the bottom of the screen. You should see what looks like a microphone. You just cut your camera off.
The host should be able to look at him and send him a prompt if he's having trouble, and then he just be able to respond to the prompt to start his mic.
I already, I hit the ask mute. I have to do it again.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I did it already. He hit the camera again.
Right. Rodney, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There you go. There you go. We got you. You're cooking with gas now. How you doing?
All right.
Good. For the third or fourth time, I'm going to thank you again for hosting our meeting last time, and how wonderful how you had it catered, and it was wonderful, and we had enough food. I ate dinner a couple times, a couple nights without having to cook, and thank you so much for that.
You guys are welcome.
Yeah. Are you in Utah?
Yeah, I'm in Utah currently.
Okay, cool. Everybody, he's there with his granddaughter, I think it is, right?
Correct.
Right, and she's on a team, and I think they're winning so far. That's all I know.
Yeah,
What's the team?
She played for the University of Utah. They're in the NCAA
Tournament. Okay.
tournament. Yeah, and they won their first game yesterday, and now they play again Sunday against Princeton.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Let me see who I got winning in my bracket.
You got all them basketball genes in your bloodline.
Yeah, really. Well, that's cool. We got music in our bloodline. We got ministry in our bloodline. We got business in our bloodline. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I'm thinking about Rona. Rona's out there doing it, y'all. Really, she's gonna have to give us some pointers.
Love it.
All right. So, Rodney, do me a favor. I told him that you had volunteered to head our Ways and Means Committee, and that you had an idea for this summer already. And I know we told you that you did not have to make a report until our April meeting, but could you just give a little glimpse of what you were proposing?
I had talked to the mayor, city manager, and let him know that I was interested in bringing out some kind of truck or something for the festival that they have at Country Club Hills. They have concerts all summer long, and he agreed that he would allow me to do it. He just asked that whatever I come up with, that I get with the health inspector and that it passes the health inspection, and that if it does that, then he would allow us to van out there.
And how could we help with that? If that's something we decided to do, what would you be expecting of us?
Well, one thing, I had talked to Cousin Tony, and we have a food truck, right? We would have to get it fixed. We would have to once again get with the health department to see if it was possible that we can get all the necessary requirements to get it up and running. Because I know one of the things that he said that it was going to be needed was a freezer put on it. And then the other thing, we got to come up with some kind of way to try to transport it back and forth, right? So all those things are quite doable, because once you get the truck out there, you can add more stuff to it, right? It's kind of not sky's the limit, but you can add a whole lot of things that you can vent along with that. Like I said, I think it has great promise, but the only thing is in seeing what all it's going to take to make it happen.
Okay. How quickly? Because I think we would need to know. You say you do have a truck. Am I right with that? You already have a truck, a food vending truck.
I talked to Cousin Ronald, and he have a truck. I had it's a truck. Cousin Ronald know about it. It was the truck that Cousin Ronald and I had gotten burnt on. One of the reasons why we had gotten burnt is because it was supposed to be used with rubber hosing, and the sheet metal fabricator that made it for me, he had put metal pipe in it. So therefore, as a result of putting the metal pipe, the propane gas was seeping through the metal piping when it was supposed to have been rubber piping. So that would have to be redid. I don't think that that's all that expensive to take care of. The one thing I would think that probably how much would it cost to get a freezer put on it, and how to transport it back and forth. Those are probably the biggest concerns. One, having it pass health inspection and getting it back and forth.
Now, when you say get it back and forth, is this a truck or a trailer?
It's one of the it's a hot dog stand, a portable hot dog stand.
Oh, so we're not talking about something where people stand inside and prepare food and then pass it out through a window. This is
even if you guys want to kind of venture into that, I almost had one that I was going to buy in Indiana. It needed some work on it, but once again, it needed to be I'm looking for the word. It would have to be fitted, so it had to it passed the health inspection. So I can look into the price of what one of them costs. I'm sure we can make it happen, right? So I haven't gotten into the work of it yet, but I was gonna spend time and do some research and see where we would be at on it. But like I said, if you at one of those, I've been there and I watched at the Country Club Hills. They have a line full of folks that's constantly buying hot dogs and stuff like that. So I think if you got the contract where you can take it every I think they do a concert every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They start June like the 25th and run through September. So it's something to look at, I think.
Okay, I agree. I think it's something we need to look at, but you know, time is racing. So, you know, is there any way you can get, you know, information on it to present to us so we can decide if this is something we want to do or not?
Well, like you know, I'm out of town now. I had something I was working on, but I try to make sure I look into it further within the next 2 weeks, you know, touch base with the people that I have to touch base, do the research that I have to do, and I have something soon to present to you guys.
Wonderful, wonderful. But I'm sure they do. They need a vending license out in Country Club Hills?
No, he didn't mention anything to me about a vending license. He just told me, but then I haven't talked to the health inspector to see what all it would take. But he just basically told me that I needed to make sure that the vehicle or whatever it is that we was using passed the health inspection. But not only that, just to let you know, we can also vend, and it doesn't just have to be food, right? Whatever you guys think that might come up that might be real sellable, right, to an audience like that, right? And that, in doing that, you would bypass the health inspection.
Okay, so if somebody has some suggestions, please make sure you get with Rodney. When you said vending, Brittany, I automatically thought about your juice. That seems to me to be an excellent outlet. I do know that those vending trucks, they make more money than you would imagine.
Like I told you, back when I had the hot dog stand, back then, and we're talking about in the 80s, when I would have a special event, I would pull in easily $500 on an event. It would, and then during the course of a regular day, it would pull in maybe around $200 profit. And back in the day, in the early 80s, $200 was really nice. It made enough during the summer that you didn't have to even do nothing during the winter.
Okay, I'm salivating. You got, you know, I'm chomping at the bit. I think this is a wonderful idea. So, you know, please get us some information as soon as possible, because again, you know, these things don't move in real time. The time is passes more quickly. So whatever we're gonna do, if this is something we decide we want to do, then we need to move on it quickly. You know.
Hello, can I make a comment?
Yes, please.
Sure. Yes, I'd like to make a comment, and like Rodney was saying is, of course, the prices for hot dogs and stuff was $1.25. Now they like $3, $4, $5. But I also attended some of those concerts, and they do have lines, and there's a lot of people that don't go to get none because they don't want to stand in line. So the more food, the better. But I wanted to
turn your mic back on. Ronald, you cut your mic off.
Hello.
There you
go. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Clarence?
I hear you.
All right. Yeah, to chime in, I have two nice push carts along on the entrepreneur side where we can sell, you know, different drinks and different things like that as well to add on to the food truck. Not to take away from, but if you serve in hot service, then you can serve like beer, wine, or I don't know what proper license you have to have for those venues out there. You know what I'm saying? This will be my first event with the carts. I've done a lot of entrepreneurial selling of different products, but this will be my first far as beverages wise, you know?
Yeah. I think that's a wonderful idea. Thank you. Can you and Rodney kind of put your heads together, you know, and see what we can come up with?
Sure.
Kanan,
Yeah.
can you send an unmute message to Ronald?
Yeah.
Real quick, just to let you guys know, we can't sell any liquor. They have all rights to the liquor.
Okay. What
Well,
about
we can sell my juices.
ice creams or
Yeah,
different
we can do all that. The only thing, like I told you, that we can't is alcoholic beverages.
alcohol beverages? Gotcha.
But anything else you guys have, we can put out there.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
So I'm excited about this. I hope that there's something we can do, because it seems to me, in terms of entry level funding, this is a really good idea.
The only drawback that I would have is just having transportation far as moving the 2 carts. But then again, that's really not an issue because I just designate a day just to rent a U-Haul and just move them accordingly. That's all.
Okay. Cool. I like
So
this.
that's a problem, no problem. So if it's a will, it's a way. If you're willing, you have the avenue through Rodney with the connects and stuff like that. And it's pretty much laid out. It's just following formality, man. That's how I'm viewing it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very happy about what I'm hearing. I'm really happy about what I'm hearing.
Excuse me,
Oh.
Ronald, can you get out your ear, please? Your phone is in your ear. We're not trying to be your doctor here.
He likes to be close, I guess.
Oh, okay, well, no.
He still hasn't unmuted.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's probably trying to listen. Hey, family, how y'all doing? Got one question, if it's okay.
Yes.
Got a few of the family members that I had been speaking with, and I guess, they may not have acknowledged the text or the information that you got to them, but I was letting them know that they have to the 31st before so they can sign up. So I was wondering, how would they go about getting in touch with who, or what do they have to say? Actually, I got my kids over here with me now, so I wanted them to be acknowledged so they could sign up or whatever they needed to do to make sure they was a part of this. And there was a few other people that wanted to be a part of it, and I wanted to make sure, how do they do that?
Oh, all right. We do have a membership committee in place, and he did make a report last week. And let's just get into it.
Okay, well, I got Charles and Ari here, but there's
Hey,
a couple
Charles
of
and Ari, how y'all doing?
Hi, family. How are you guys? All
Good,
right.
good.
Hello.
Good. The membership, you were probably late when I said this, but proof of membership or proof of intent for membership is just paying your dues.
Okay.
And if you pay your dues, you can send it directly to BJS&AFT. That stands for BJS Associates FT Family Trust at Gmail, and it goes directly there. But if you do pay in, just send me a little text, because what I do is I check the balance, and I send you an acknowledgement of what you contributed. I give you the confirmation number and the date, so it's totally transparent.
Okay, I was just saying that because I understood that there was a cutoff date as 31st of March. So I wanted to make
yeah, that's for that's the membership. The 31st of March is for, I think we were calling it executive board members. And the difference in our tiers, the executive board members have the privilege of making motions and calling for votes and doing stuff like that. Then there was a tier for people who could vote but could not make a motion. For example, if somebody said, if we said, we like what Rodney is doing, I make a motion that we become wholeheartedly involved, and then somebody second, I agree, I second, right? Well, the second tier members cannot make a motion, but they can vote on it, say yes or no, right? And then we have a third group who are what I call as supporters. They don't want to vote, they don't want to do anything like this, they just want to contribute and be a part. So that 31st was for people who would become automatically executive board members, and there might be a different name, but we'll get to that later. But thank you for bringing them on board. I think it's a great idea.
Okay, yep. And there was a couple, because I wasn't able to contact Brandon, and there was Marcel's daughter, and just trying to get in touch with people that I thought would be involved, but I hadn't seen them on the meeting.
Right.
Okay.
Just to be clear, I appreciate your efforts, but there were some people who want to be a part of our family meeting, our family get together, but they don't want to be a part of the trust. And that's okay.
Yep.
And
is.
I'm going to say this, and don't take it out of, I won't say it. We'll just say that. Not everybody wants
It's
to be a
cool,
part.
because I got that from some of our family members too, and it's okay. They didn't want to be a part. It's all right.
Exactly. You only want people to be a part who want to be a part.
All right.
We don't want to carry no dead weight. And I ain't calling nobody dead weight. I'm just saying we don't want to carry dead weight. We want to get involved in this. We want to move. Now, I project that it'll take a little while for this to really get going, but it doesn't have to be. If those of us who have agreed to participate, if we get in and get put our shoulder against the wheel, we can move this thing quickly. It doesn't have to be all that long. For example, we already have a proposal. Let's do something with a food truck or some food carts. That brings in money, because you're going to have the money to do whatever needs to be done. Now, help me, somebody remind me, did we ever get a chairperson for the trust committee? Because we need to get that started ASAP.
Yes, we did.
Does anybody recall that?
They allowed Mr. Smith to be that.
Did we? All right.
Before it gets too far from what we were speaking on, I had a question just as the leader of the Roberts Rule. So for clarity's purposes, when a motion is proposed by the executives, whoever that may be when it's finalized, when it comes to the seconding of that motion, can that be done by any of the voting members, or it has to be seconded as well by members that's of the executive?
It has to be executive, yeah.
Just so we're clear.
Right. Motioning and seconding are really, two parts of the same process. So I don't think it would be feasible to say, well, you can't offer a motion, but you can second a motion, right? The idea, also, let me address this, because I think maybe this might be kind of where your head might be. Just because let's say you're in the second tier that does not have the right to motion, there should be ways that you can move up to become an executive board member. We're just saying March 31st is the cutoff for automatic inception into the executive board tier. But there is upward movement possible. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yes, but I was never really of the mindset that you had to be a chairperson or any of that matter to be considered executive. It was just.
Again, I think our definitions are not in sync. I'm using the word executive board member, meaning people who, for example, I'm a stockholder with Epsilon. Is it Epsilon? It used to be Commonwealth Edison, whatever that is now, right? So I can go to meetings, I can be in the meetings, I can voice an opinion, but I can't say I make a motion that the board do this or do that. I can't even second it. You see what I'm saying?
I'm following you, but again,
maybe I can clarify it a little more simpler. You don't have to, in order to second a motion and stuff like that, you don't have to be like the secretary or the chairperson or nothing like that. You can be just on the executive board. Therefore, it gives you the privilege to bring up a motion. So I guess the best way to put it is that if you sign up now, you automatically qualified to be part of that team that looks at whatever it is that the family is trying to do. You would be part of that team to offer up suggestions and to perhaps have us take a look at it. And it, like I said, once again, you don't have to, at the current time, whoever the secretary might be or the chairperson, that doesn't matter. That's kind of separate.
Is that what you were thinking, Kareem, that in order to, that the executive meant you held an office? Is that what you thought?
That's what I was trying to make sure there's clarity on, correct?
Oh,
That
yeah.
you don't have to be
An officer.
to be an executive member.
Right, exactly.
Now, is the
But you
executive,
do have to be an executive regardless of officer to second the motion, just so that we finish off the clarity of what I was trying to get.
Exactly, yes. Exactly, yes. What are you gonna say, Ronald?
yes, I was gonna say that I think it might be a little simpler to say the executive members are the original members. Anyone
Not
after
so,
the
because of what
original,
Uncle Clarence was
anyone
saying,
after
right?
the original members is another level, because that means we're the founders, and that's more or less why we would be considered executive, because we are the original members. And it's like in a vampire story, those who they bite, they not as strong as the one who bit them. So I'm just, I'm colorful,
That's
but
interesting.
I'm just putting it in another way. Those on the app that come after the original aren't the same. So,
Well, I thought Uncle Clarence was just saying that there'd be an opportunity for them to become executives, even though they may not have started off as. And I don't know what that is, but that's not what I was getting the clarity on just yet.
right. But what you're saying is real, that it's an opportunity to become original, but I'm just clarifying that when he say the executive, that means the original members start before the 31st of March. And that's how you know who's all the original team. Everyone after that comes afterwards, and they still have a chance to get on that team, but they have to work to get there.
Was there a process for that?
There has been a process offered, but I don't want to speak for the membership committee. I need the membership committee to explain that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we're
not true. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So just originally though, so when the motions are whoever the executives currently are, that's who will deal with it.
Right.
And then everyone who can vote will vote after.
Yes. Hey, Khalil, how you doing? I saw your name and forgot to acknowledge you. Can you turn your mic off and greet us? Let me turn your mic on and greet us.
Hey, can you hear me?
I hear you, yes. Well, he's being true. He's a man of few words. This is Antoinette's middle son, and he is away at college. Where are you, Khalil?
I'm in DeKalb, so that's it's like 2 hours from Chicago.
Yes, that's Northern Illinois? What
Right
university?
past Rockford.
Yeah, but what university? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
1 second, I'm driving right now. I'm a parking.
Well, actually, though, I mean, I listen. You got to do what you got to do, because I know you got a heavy work schedule and all of that. So we don't want to detract from that. I just didn't want to put out erroneous information. I know you're away at college, and I think DeKalb is Northern Illinois University. I think. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, somebody will correct me. All right. But thank you for joining us. I mean, it means the world to me. I am so proud of you, young man. I really am. All right. We have 2 minutes left. Is there any question and answers anybody would like to offer?
I don't have any questions or answers. Well, you guys know I'm trying to promote a show here in July, And if you guys can help me promote my show, I would appreciate it. If all possible, I'll forward my flyer to Cousin Clarence, and would love if you guys can post it on your Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, whatever it is that you can post it on to give me some help.
Yes,
Will
sir.
do. Will do.
And I have to tell you, he ain't doing no lightweights either. Name in the last two shows you did, these are comedy shows, right?
Yeah,
he had some big hitters. Name some of them for me, please.
At the last show, I had Bill Bellamy, Inez J. Anthony Brown couldn't come because he had COVID. Melanie Camacho, Honest John. But for this show in July, I got J. Anthony Brown, George Wallace, Tommy Davidson, Michael Collier, Chris Thomas, and Baba Kala.
Okay.
Yeah, anybody that follows comedy, those are big hitters. That ain't your local, I want to try comedy level comedians. These are professionals. But definitely send me the flyer. I will shoot it to everybody, and hopefully everybody will post it. I mean, that is not going to hurt you. That won't, and it won't cost you a penny. And you know what they used to say? It's just nice to be nice.
Thanks.
Can you also send the information of like how to get tickets? Is it a link or something?
Yeah, the link would actually be on the ticket. It would be that scan thing that's on it. It on the flyer when I send it out, it'll have everything on it.
Okay, QR code.
Because I know some people, they'll just want to click instead of, some people aren't really that tech savvy. If it's something to just like click a link instead, to just post the link to buy tickets.
I send the link also.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Were you saying something, Kanan?
Oh, no, I was just saying it was called a QR code. Also, to Brittany's point, when you scan the QR code, you can get the link, then you can post the link.
Right. I was gonna say that too.
Yeah. Well,
y'all know people don't like doing all that though. They just want to.
I know. I was just saying.
I know. Yeah, I was saying you. No, I was talking about you, Brittany. I was saying
right.
You were concerned with the link. I'm like, you can scan it. Yeah, I get it. I was saying you can scan the QR code, get the link, then post the link for the people who don't want to click the link.
Right. I can.
Yeah, his cousin Rodney ain't know how to do it, but no, I got y'all.
Okay.
All right, thank you, dear hearts. It is 3:01, and we want to start on time and we want to end on time because I know how busy you are, and with summer coming up, I know your time is going to be even more precious. So I thank you for being here today. Thank you for participating. I'm looking for great things out of this group. I've been saying this as long as I can remember. This family is so talented. I mean, anything you think of, we can do it in this family. We just needed to come together, post and put our individual power together. And I think we're going to be an irresistible force. So I want to thank you for that. All right. I will make sure I get those bylaws to you. Please, please, please take a look at them. If you don't read it word for word, take a look at them, make some comments, and we need to make sure on our next meeting we vote in our bylaws. Because if we ever get to the point of where we want to do business, say with a bank or a government agency or something like that, they're going to see our bylaws, and that to them that's going to be when we started, when you had bylaws in place. So we got to get that done, and we need to elect officers. So come hook or crook, our next meeting, which is the third Sunday. So what is the third week in April? Anybody know? What's that date?
That will be the third Saturday, you said?
Yes.
15th.
The 15th.
April 15th.
So April 15th, for sure, we have to elect officers. All right. So please be here. Try to be on time so we can get that done. All right. All hearts are clear? Can I have a motion that we adjourn? A motion and a second.
I motion that we adjourn.
I second
Oh.
that. We adjourn.
Kareem, Kanan, you know you're out of place. You the chairman of the second committee.
You remember that?
I do remember that. All right. You have heard it, motion and second that we would adjourn at 3:03 p.m. All ready for the question? All in favor, say aye.
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 Ayes have it. It's done. Thank you so much. 3:03. Have a great day.
Love y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Love you all.
All right, family. Peace and
All right.
blessings.
Bye.
Much love.
Much love.